Okay, welcome to another edition of Real Estate Investor Talk, and with me is Rob Kane. Rob Kane is the CEO of Texton Property Fund. They've just announced their annual results. And Rob, thank you very much for coming onto the show. Can you give us a little bit of background about Texton?
Sure, thank you very much, Neale. We've started in 2006 and we listed the business 3 years ago as Vinani Property Investment Fund. During the last reporting period, we sold the management company to a mix of executive management and new shareholders, and that's resulted in the name of the change to Texton Property Fund.
Okay, so as a result, the management change, which was that under Vinani?
Correct, yeah. It used to be owned by Vinani, and now owned by a private consortium comprising myself, my financial director Marlies de Lange, Angelique de Rovel, Gerard de Rovel, Chickley and Thijs van Heerden. So I think what we've done is we've put together an exceptionally strong management team, and I think that bodes well for the shareholders.
Fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the headline results, what stood out, and let's talk about the way forward as well.
Okay, I think really there are two things to look at, Neale. The first is really the existing portfolio has performed exceptionally well.
Right.
We've got just under 2.2 billion rands worth of assets, and our growth and distributions for the year was 10.64%. So that compares very well with the sector average of around about 8%.
Okay.
So I think we've done well on that, and very importantly for us, all of our key performance indicators have improved.
Fantastic.
Vacancies down 5.3%. Collections, a lovely figure, 98%.
Wow.
80% of our tenants are blue chip, and 82% of our tenant retention, which is a lovely figure.
So if we had to say which is your dominant sector, is it office, is it industrial, is it retail, or combination thereof?
It's very much offices, and I think it'll always be office dominated. That's a sector which we know well and we've performed well in. However, we are seeing opportunities in industrial to a larger extent and to a lesser extent retail.
Right. What do you think going forward? There's a big emphasis on technology, online, all that kind of stuff. Do you think that's going to have a relevant effect on the office market at all? Do you think do you foresee anything? Do you think it could impact less demand?
I think the economy is struggling at the moment, and that's affecting demand. But Neale, we've been in the sector for 25 years, so we know the cycles. The cycles always change, and I think we're at the bottom of that cycle. So I think going forwards, offices will perform.
Fantastic.
And will do well.
Give us a little bit about the way you see the future of Texton Property Fund. Where are the opportunities, and what's the next big thing?
Okay, I think what's interesting for us going forwards really is the effect of the management company. Historically, we had within management about 50 years experience. That's now increased to 220 years experience around the table. So that improves our deal flow, it improves our decision making, and it just makes us much tighter asset managers. So if we look at the existing portfolio, I think it's very, very stable for the next 12 months. And that enables us to focus on things like acquisitions. So locally, I think we'll do well in terms of acquisitions. We've probably got better deal flow than we've had for the last 6 years. We're also looking offshore. And both Angelique de Rovel and myself have got a lot of experience in Europe, probably about 11 years between us, and we're looking to actually leverage off that.
Interesting. Which country in particular are you at, can you tell us?
It's difficult to say. We've had a lot of discussions at board level, and there is comfort with us going offshore. But I think before I can talk with any level of authority, I'd like to get it through the board and get our strategy agreed.
Absolutely. Okay, so just say, it seems that it's pretty exciting going forward. What is your message for investors out there? Because if you want somebody to say, well, listen, either you want to attract more investment or you want a capital raise, what message would you give them, just in summation of Texton Property Fund?
I think really where we come from as a fund is we really focus on fundamentals. I know institutions and investors are always focused on distribution and share price growth. For us as a business, we're focused on the key performance indicators. Things like our vacancies, our percentage of blue chip tenants, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
Our philosophy is if we look after that, then the distribution generally will look after itself. I think that's one thing. And two, going forwards in terms of deal flow, we have a lot more management skill
Right.
in-house, and I
Okay.
think that's going to flow through
Fantastic.
big time.
Rob, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. My
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thanks.